Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV Current. I am Morire Rabila Lawal. First are the major headlines. FG offers land in Abuja, Lagos to Indians willing to invest in Nigeria's creative industry. World Malaria Day, Nigerian children to get vaccine in April 2024. Civil servant dismiss pay rise report. Suspected Fulani hoodlums attack market in Enugu State, loot shops, injure traders. And on sport, EPL, Onyeka seeks to compound Chelsea's woes. Now the news in detail. The federal government has offered land in Abuja and Lagos to investors from India willing to invest in the country's creative industry. The Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, stated this in Abuja when he received the Indian High Commissioner to Nigeria, Mr. Sri Balasubramanian. According to Mohammed, the Nigerian government is ready to offer land in both Abuja and Lagos for the investors to build film cities, which will in turn boost the economy of the country. The minister added that Nigeria is open to collaborations with India in developing its creative industry. According to Mohammed, a boost in the industry will automatically lead to more job opportunities, both directly and indirectly. The minister recalled that the two world's biggest movie industries, Bollywood and Nollywood, had teamed up to produce some movies, including Namaste Wahala. He added that the commercial bilateral relations between Nigeria and India dated back in 1958, and it had been very cordial. He assured the envoy that Nigeria would look into the two outstanding memorandum of understanding between both countries. Earlier, the representative from India said Nigeria and India had enjoyed cordial relations in different sectors, including the creative industry. He said that there was a lot for the two countries to do together in the sector, including joint productions and exchange of views and ideas. The envoy said India, being the current chairman of the G20, sought the participation of Nigeria in some meetings of the group, especially those relating to creative sector. To the next story. As malaria continues to pose grave danger globally, there are indications that reprieve may have come to way of Nigerian children as vaccine to prevent the deadly disease is expected in the country by April 2024. Minister of Health, Dr. Osage Ehaneri, who disclosed this yesterday, said already Nigeria has submitted an application to Gavi for the RTS malaria vaccine collaboration. The minister tested these at a press briefing in Abuja in commemoration of the 2023 World Malaria Day (WMD) with the theme "Time to Deliver Zero Malaria: Invest, Innovate, Implement," and the slogan is "Act Now." WMD is commemorated every 25th of April to raise awareness of the global effort to control and ultimately eradicate malaria. The economic burden of malaria in Nigeria was estimated at $1.6 billion in 2022 and may increase to about $2.8 billion, that's 2 trillion naira in Nigeria in 2030. And Harry was represented by Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Health, Mamman Mahmouda, said, "Let me also inform you that the national program is working closely with the National Primary Health Care Development Agency and other relevant stakeholders in assessing and deploying the new malaria vaccine in a phased fashion subject to availability of needed quantity." The country has also submitted an application to Gavi for the RTS.S vaccine allocation. This is expected to be in the country by April 2024. The minister, however, called on the populace, particularly those living in malaria endemic regions who, according to him, account for more of the burden and death, to avail themselves for the available tools and strategies to enable the country reach those in need. Going on to the next story. The Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria, ASCSN, yesterday dismissed the media report that the federal government has begun payment of a 40% pay rise to civil servants. President of ASCSN, Dr. Tomi Okon, informed that the federal government did not approve any pay rise for civil servants, contending that people were just causing tension where there was none. He said the purported report about pay rise is all your misinformation. What government has done is to ensure the harmonization of what agency earn in the civil service. That is those on the Consolidated Public Service Salary Schedule. What he said, there is nothing like a 40% pay rise. The issue of pay rise will come up next year, 2024, which will mark the 5th year of the current national minimum wage. You cannot just wake up one day and get a pay rise. A pay rise has to be negotiated. Going on to Enugu State. According to a report by Sahara Reporters, some suspected Fulani herders who were pretending to be tricycle riders in Enugu State, southeast Nigeria, have caused a stir in the state. The herders invaded Benue yam sellers in Artisan Market, attacked them with daggers and stolen hundreds of tubers of yams. Artisan Market, dominated by northerners selling golf and sheep, is located at Narrow Triangle by Enugu Okigwe Road, adjacent to the NNPC Limited Mega Filling Station. There have been reports of organized attacks on non-Hausa Fulani trading in the market and nearby on a weekly basis. Late last year, some of the criminals who had taken over the market attacked and burnt a trailer truck and police patrol van. However, information led that the latest attack took place on Sunday morning when Hausa Fulani boys in their numbers invaded the yam section of the market, which people from Benue State dominated and attacked them. A video of one of the victims of the attack, which Sahara Reporters obtained on Tuesday, showed a young man lying in hospital bed with machete cut all over his body. The video also shows that one of his fingers is severed. The victim, who was identified as John, was heard narrating on the hospital bed how 6 Hausa Fulani boys invaded their shops, attacked them with daggers, knives, and therefore looted their yams. To end this national news is a sports story. Super Eagles midfielder Frank Onyeka will be hoping to play a big part as Brentford seek to compound Chelsea's woes in today's Premier League clash at Stamford Bridge. Having made 15 appearances in the league, the Nigerian international will be determined to make Brentford's starting lineup. Recall that Thomas Frank's men are still on course for their highest ever Premier League finish, and they can consolidate their place in the top half with a win over 11th place Chelsea, who sit 5 points further back at Steen's stand. Brentford head into Wednesday's fixtures having won only 3 of the last 16 top-flight away games this season, but they can be optimistic of success against Chelsea after securing a memorable 4-1 victory at Stamford Bridge last season. 4 games, 4 defeats, and just 1 goal scored. The impact that Chelsea's owners hoped Lampard's arrival would have is yet to bear fruits, and the West Londoners now have 7 Premier League fixtures remaining to salvage something positive from a calamitous 2022-2023 season. That ends the national news this hour from BGI TV Currents. Before we go, some major headlines. FG offers land in Abuja, Lagos to Indians willing to invest in Nigeria's creative industry. World Malaria Day, Nigerian children to get vaccine in April 2024. Civil servant dismiss pay rise report. Suspected Fulani hoodlums attack market in Enugu State, loot shops, injure traders. And on sport, Onyeka seeks to compound Chelsea's woes. For more updates of our broadcast on YouTube, the handle is BGI TV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rebila Lawal. Good afternoon.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.